Thessalonians 5:18. Betsy and Corey were very godly women. In fact, their faith was as strong as all of Germany. Betsy was calm and collective, whereas Corey was firm and determined. They wanted to do everything to bring God glory, which meant having to be grateful in prison. We can all agree that prison is, indeed, a place of many happenings, good and bad. Taking this into account, some people, possibly Christians, would agree with their decision of being grateful to be in prison. On the other hand, others, maybe non-Christians, would side with the idea that Betsy and Corey shouldn't have been grateful to be in the situation they were in. Not possessing a grateful outlook on things would have made Corey more miserable, Bessie less hopeful, and nobody would have experienced the love of these two sisters. So, this being said, I believe that Betsy and Corey should have showed gratitude for being in prison. I believe this for three reasons. First and foremost, it is quite good to be grateful in every situation. Secondly, they were in prison for a righteous reason. Lastly, prison is the perfect mission field. It is good to be grateful in every situation. This is the truth when you consider the fact that the feeling of gratitude leads to a more desirable, healthier, and overall better attitude and outlook for life. Also, the Bible states to be grateful in every situation. And finally, they actually did have things to be grateful for. They were in prison for a righteous reason. We know this by looking at how they got in prison in the first place, which was by hiding the Jews. They also kept them from being captured and taken away. Lastly, they stole food coupons and ration carts for the Jews in hiding. Prison is the perfect mission field. All the prisoners they met needed God in their lives. Also, Corey and Betsy desired to share God's love with others. Finally, knowing God could give prisoners hope and peace like they'd never had before. Now, coming to the other side of the spectrum, there is the argument that Betsy and Corey should not have been grateful for being in prison. Prison can be lonely. You most likely know no one. None of the guards ever talk much, plus everyone in prison might be scared or frightened to converse. This argument is faulty, however, because Corey and Betsy had each other, and a lot of the prisoner women could speak a language everyone understood. Another argument could be that prison is a miserable place. Prison most definitely can be gross. The cells are typically small, and most times people are separated from their families. This too has faults, because God is most certainly with all the people, men, women, and children in prison, and there are far more miserable places than prison. For example, the fiery pits of hell. Prison may be lonely and miserable, but God is greater than it. Even the most lonely and miserable places can't withstand God's love and power. To conclude, Betsy and Corey should have been grateful for being in prison for three reasons. It is good to be grateful in every situation. They were in prison for a righteous reason. And lastly, prison is the perfect mission field. All this matters to Corey, Betsy, and even prisoners from near or far, because this urges them to keep a grateful heart.
Yay! Okay, what did we hear?
Antithesis.
What was the antithesis?
It was like there was something about Corey and Betsy. Like while Corey was something, or like Corey was this, whereas Betsy was something else. I don't remember exactly what it said.
Is that the calm and determined?
Yeah, Betsy was calm and collected, whereas Corey was firm and determined.
I heard a simile where their faith was as strong as all of Germany.
How about some parallelism?
Maybe when she was doing the enumeration, there was some parallelism. I'm not sure if that counts.
What do you think, Brooke?
For my parallelisms, I'd say.
Did you have it in your enumeration?
My enumeration? I didn't put it in my enumeration. Well, with one of them, one of the parallelisms was it is good. Gratitude leads to more desirable, healthier, and overall better attitude and outlook for life. That's the word the three words. And then my second one, I'm not sure. The second parallelism is like the same thing but with more sentences. So I think I would put it not possessing a grateful outlook on things would have made Corey more miserable, Betsy less hopeful, nobody would have experienced the love of these two sisters.
What do you think that you did well, Brooke?
I tried to work a bit better on eye contact. little. Cause,
So you see some growth there. Good. What else?
well, I like that I didn't have to do it over the weekend. That was nice. Yeah, usually just like Sunday night, 12 o'clock. Oh. Not done.
We don't have any idea about that, do we, Ethan?
I know.
Unsarcastically, I don't.
It's like Saturday and Sunday are like the two extra days. For
Okay, so Brooke, what do you want to work on for next time?
I think I was moving a little bit while I was talking.
You're moving? Is that what you
I
said?
feel like I was moving.
I hate
Okay.
Saturdays.
And
It just ruins it.
maybe a little shorter.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Maybe a little shorter.
Shorter? Maybe a little slower next time. You were
Yeah.
on a little caffeine today. But I think you did a great job. I do think that you had better eye contact, and you always write a great paper. So thank you.